Alright guys, so in this video, I'm going to be going over how to be lifelong health and fitness advocates. A lot of people out there, they start working out and they work out in periods. It's like periods of their lives where they work out for 5 years and then they reach their one goal and then they're done. And then they stop working out. And 5 years and then they're done and they stop working out. And if you saw my last video, I covered mainly those types of people where they set goals and they do that, but I didn't really highlight how you can do this long term, things that you can do to really make your time and working out last as long as possible, work out as many years as you can. And yeah, without further ado, guys, let's get to the video. Alright guys, so when we're trying to really extend the amount of time we work out for, or the way we stay consistent, we make working out sustainable for our lives and for as much as time as we can, is first we need the motivation. And people always say that's what we need, the motivation. I need motivation to go work out. I need motivation to go do this and that, and whatever that is. Motivation isn't a feeling, it's a choice. You decide that you're going to be motivated. You decide that you're going to do this. It's like what Mike Tyson once said. Discipline is the ability to do something as if you loved it. To do something whether you want to or not. You have to be able to do it. Just keep in your head, trick yourself. You guys saw my last video on how to trick yourself to working out. Trick yourself into working out so you can do it forever. If you guys tell yourself, I feel great when I work out. I feel fantastic. I can work out every single day. I can do this, I can do that. Whatever you believe is what you can do. It's another quote from, if you guys have read Think and Grow Rich, very famous book, recommend everybody read it. What the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Never forget that, guys. So you got yourself motivated or disciplined, and you're consistent now. You can work out. Your goal is to become, I don't know, a bodybuilder for one show and one specific show, and you train for 3-4 years, and then you're like, I don't feel like training anymore. How do we make this lifelong? You need to become a person who works out. You don't need to become a person that does working out. You are a fit person. You're not a person who does fitness. You are the fit person. You're always fit. You're always in shape. That is you. There's no, sometimes I'm fit, sometimes I'm not, sometimes I eat, sometimes I don't eat. You are that person. That's, if you do something, a habit for your whole life, that habit describes who you are. Because it's what you do. It's like your job. If I'm like Mother Teresa, if you guys, I don't know if you guys know, she's like the person who's done the most charity work in the whole world. She does charity. No, she is a person who's charitable because she consistently did it for many, many years throughout her whole life. That's your lifestyle. You have to make it your lifestyle. The ways you do this is also, like I said in my last video, having a tape that you listen to yourself, reciting your goals and the type of person that you are, writing down the type of person you are, writing down the things you want to do, having these goals in mind that you can use to create your systems that you stick to that really benefit your systems. Like routine. So you have a routine that's flexible. You say you want to work out 5 days a week, but you have 2 days and you can rotate these days. So some weeks you might be able to do 2 specific days and 2 other days you can't do the next week. Flexibility is very important because consistency always beats intensity. Intensity is not that important when it comes to in comparison to consistency. Somebody who works out hard, hits the gym like crazy 3 times a week, will not get the same results as someone who does push-pull legs 6 days a week. And they train half as hard. And they get way more results. Because they're consistent. They do it every day. And even they train less time, since they're doing it more days, they give their body more time to recover. Even though it doesn't sound like it because they're giving less technically full rest days, they give more intervals for their body to build muscle. They get better results. The same thing with you guys. If you guys are going to train, you want to be training consistently. Even if you can't train super duper hard, or you can't do train every single day, or you might not be able to train 6 days a week. Training consistently over years. Somebody who trains 4 days a week or 3 days a week for 10 years is going to look way better than the guy who trains every single day for 2 years, because they have that consistency, that system in place where they know they're going to work out. They know they're going to get to where they need to get to because it's just who they are. They don't have, it's non-negotiable for them. I work out, I do this. And people always say that working out is a waste of time, or you could do so much other stuff. Think about all the hours that you waste. You don't waste any hours. If we look at people who work out, on average, in most things, they're like at least 20-15% more productive than people who don't. The amount of time that you waste working out, you spend working out, you get in return from the excess productivity. You are smarter if you work out. Your brain processes stuff faster. There's this interesting TED talk from this lady that I saw. It makes your brain bigger, healthier, stronger if you work out. It makes you physically healthier, stronger, faster if you work out, which is obvious. So if you do any physical work, you're going to be way more productive because you're going to be walking all over the place. You'll be able to jump up and down, move like you've never moved before, especially if you do it as a lifelong thing. People who walk. People don't consider walking an exercise. People who walk from an hour a day for many, many years, you'll see just 1 hour a day, and not even an hour a day every day. Like I'm saying, 1 hour a day for 3-4 days a week. They have much, much higher bone density than people who are in their 60s just sit around all day watching TV. This bone density leads to a much longer lifespan because typically that's one of the main symptoms of aging. Your bone density decreases. You can look online and you'll see some 50-year-olds who look like they're in crazy shape and they don't take any TRT and they don't take any steroids, and some of them do, but some of them don't. And you'll see what's the main correlation between all these guys. All these guys are active, they're always moving around. The more movement you have, the more microfractures you create in your bone structure. And your bones are very important, especially when you age, because they get more brittle. You will lose muscle too, but bones are what you need because they're your support beams. Everything you're literally just a pile of liquid and fluids if you don't have bones, and your body falls apart. It's horrible. Your muscles are a little deteriorated. As long as you can move, you're all right. Although really the best thing is for you to do both, and you can get both from not that much activity. The activity that you spend working out does not have to be more than 20 minutes a day, 3 times a week. You do that, you're great, fantastic. As long as you train pretty hard on those three days, 20 hours, 20 minutes a week, you'll be fine. You don't need to do anything else than that, and that'll be more than enough to maintain your physique. I'd say if you want to grow your physique, you need at least 6 days a week. Not 6 days a week, at least 4 days a week, and consistent training, and 3 days a week. Even if, as long as you're a newbie, you'll still get very, very strong gains because you're training, 3 days a week, and you don't have any adaptations, so your body has to adapt to that. Although the stimulus is much higher, and the other one, 6 days, 4 days, 4 days is much higher stimulus than 3 days, and 5 days is a little bit higher than 4 days, and 6 days is just a little bit higher than 5 days. And in 7 days, you start to lose because you're excessively working out. So, if the main takeaways that you guys can get from this: systems. You need systems in place to really set yourself up for success. You use goals to narrow down a path to the system that best works for you. Then, after you do this, you have to stick to the systems. You have to do the meditations. Hopefully, if you guys watched my last video, to really believe, because it's all in the mind, really. I feel like mind, you train your mind, you're healthy in mind, you're healthy in body. If you're healthy in body and mind, you're healthy in soul. You focus on one thing and then the other one solves itself. Things are like, life is like a series of dominoes. You'll see one good thing leads to another good thing. And if you guys, there's this other really good book, The Winner's Effect. If you guys see it, every win leads to another win. Same thing with a loss. There's a loser effect too, or if you lose, then you fall farther and farther and farther down. But that moment that you decide to stop, you decide that you're going to win, you decide that you're going to go meditate a little bit, you're going to go write your plans, you're going to start working out. That first win is really all you need to then create this big cycle of just winning and 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 winning. And that's what leads you ultimately to being a lifelong fitness advocate and working out forever and staying consistent. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Please leave a like, a comment, subscribe, all that good stuff below. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.